Golden State Media Concepts Technology Podcast covers everything tech. The hottest mobile phones, tablets, games. We review it, rate it, test it. Whether you're Microsoft or Apple, Android or iPhone, we'll give it to you again and again, black and white. The Golden State Media Concepts Technology Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jakewish, and on today's episode, we are going to be counting down the top 16 best beauty gadgets that are on the market right now. So we are going to be rating, reviewing, and discussing these products based on a rating system of, does it help you improve the way you look? Does it help you improve your beauty routine? And does it actually save you time? Because if it's not saving you time, what's the point? So we are going to talk about all that and more on today's episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast. We post new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're also very active on social media, so make sure you go check us out over there as well. For now, let's talk about what is new in the technology world. Apple has introduced a large-scale gym partnership program that will connect Apple Watches to different types of gym equipment. It will help people collect points for how much they're working out at various gyms so that they can get in on membership deals. And it's just going to be a very fun and innovative way to stay connected with the piece of technology so that you can use it at your gym when you're working out, and that way, you don't feel like, oh, my Apple Watch doesn't understand that I was on the elliptical for 20 minutes today. My Apple Watch doesn't understand that I was lifting weights. It doesn't understand. It's not connected. So the program is going to be called Apple Watch Connective, and you will be able to see it at Cupertino Company, partnering with major gym chains across the United States. So stay tuned for that. And if your gym is one of the ones that is going to be a part of the Apple Watch Connected, please let me know, because I'd be super interested to see how it works and if it is actually effective. Our second news story of today is that the Star Wars Obi-Wan TV show has been delayed. And guys, I know this isn't an entertainment podcast, so we're not going to talk about how upset I am that this isn't working, but what we are going to talk about how this is the second Disney Plus original spinoff to be put on delay. The first being the Lizzie McGuire reboot. And I think Disney is going to start having a lot of issues if they keep delaying projects that were such an original pull into the streaming service. Because one thing that Netflix does really well, and that they've been sort of beating Disney at so far, is Netflix does really well with creating original content, and on a regular basis. They are always producing new shows and new sources of entertainment for a wide variety of audiences. Now, despite the fact that, yes, Disney Plus has put out The Mandalorian and the live-action Lady and the Tramp movie, they haven't really been holding up their promises with these TV shows. So it's very interesting to see that another one has been put on delay, especially one as popular as the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen next, and if they're going to eventually release this show, and to see if any other shows get put on hold. If you have any thoughts on this, make sure you reach out through social media or write it in the review down below, because I would love to hear your thoughts. The next news story is that I would like to wish a big old happy birthday to the Macintosh computer. On January 24th, it turned 36 years old. It was when Steve Jobs finally unveiled it for the first time. So super cool, not super newsworthy or anything like that, but I just think it's always fun when stuff like this happens and that we take note of it, just so that we can always pay attention to see how far technology really has come in the past 40 years, and just to sort of look back and feel a little bit nostalgic about it all, because it's hard not to feel nostalgic about that stuff, right? Like, it's weird to think that the first Macintosh came out 36 years ago, and I'm currently recording this on a MacBook Air. So super interesting and super just cool and fun. So happy birthday to the Macintosh. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and take a short break from the podcast, but when we come back, we're going to get right back into counting down the top 16 best beauty product gadgets that are on the market right now. So stay tuned, because you are listening to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jaquish, and I'll be right back. Do you want your IRA or 401k to be a part of the biggest wealth transfer in history? If you have a retirement account, you've likely invested in a mix of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The tax benefits are extraordinary, yes, but if you wish that you had more investment options, you're not alone. Now, thanks to a little-known IRS tax law, you can convert your IRA or eligible 401k into cryptocurrency. Get all the growth potential of crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and more, with any gains coming on a tax-deferred basis. BitIRI has thousands of satisfied customers and has earned an A+ rating with the BBB. For a limited time, the folks at BitIRA are offering a free copy of their essential guide to digital IRAs, which you can claim at bitira.com/technology. This free guide reveals everything to know about cryptocurrency in your IRA. Discover the tax benefits if your account is eligible, and how to make this move in 3 easy steps. Zero obligation to you to request this info. If you have over $20,000 in an IRA or 401k, see if diversifying your retirement savings into crypto makes sense for you. That's bitira.com/technology.
Do you work in the world of marketing and advertising? Are you a media buyer or the owner of an agency? Have you been looking for a podcast to help stay on top of all the goings-on of those worlds? The GSMC Marketing News Podcast is dedicated to keeping you up to date on all things concerning marketing and advertising. Get the latest marketing news, from what major businesses have planned for the coming year to the newest trends in advertising, from podcasts, digital and streaming, to the old standbys of radio, television, and billboards. The GSMC Marketing News Podcast has you covered, whether you're a marketing agent or a business trying to expand your brand.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jaquish, and on today's episode, we are counting down the top 16 best beauty product gadgets that are on the market right now. Basically, there's just an array of products on here that I found during my research that I thought were super cool, super techy, but also super helpful to any beauty lover out there. So number 1 is the Care Tool Essential Matte. It is a little tool that massages in oil or moisturizer into your face. It is $125. However, it is supposed to really get that moisturizer into your face rather than have it just like sit on your face like an old wet towel. It's a great way to massage it all in. It's just a little gadget that you can keep on your vanity that just rubs that all in, really massages it so that you get your blood circulation going, and it'll just improve those like fine lines. So I give this product a 3 out of 5 stars. It is really cool. Is it that much cooler than just having to like rub it in by hand? Or a lot of people have been using jade rollers now, or just any sort of like face massager. This is $125. So a part of me thinks that if you're investing that kind of money into a product like this, it should do a whole lot more than something your own 2 hands could do. That is just my personal opinion. If anyone uses this product, please let me know in the review down below or through social media if you think it deserves more than 3 stars. I am including it in the top 20 list, so I do think it is very cool and very helpful and would definitely improve the way you put on moisturizer. I just don't know if it would incredibly improve the way you put on moisturizer. This next one, number 2, is called UFO. So it is a little, I don't even know how to fully describe it to you because it really does look like a UFO. It's basically a piece of alien technology that has come down to grace our presence. But it's basically just a little circle that you hold over your face mask once you put it on, and it's going to activate all of the things that are inside of the face mask in 90 seconds rather than the 4 hours you normally have to wear a face mask for. So it basically just heats it onto your face, and it does all the wonderful things that a face mask does, just in a lot shorter time. Now, this is $279, so it's definitely on the pricier side of things, but I definitely do think it's worth it, especially because it is just improving a beauty product that has already been on the market for a long time. It is helping people with a problem that they've had for a long time of, I want to wear a face mask. I think it would help my skin. I just don't have 5 hours to kill using a face mask. So I definitely think that it would be worth getting if you can afford the $279. For me, I give this a 4 out of 5 stars because, again, it is helping you. It is giving you a benefit that you wouldn't have without it. And it's just very sleek and cool to look at, which is a major part of technology, let's be honest. Number 3, Kinetic Smooth Hair Remover and Skin Polisher. So this is a 2-headed tool, one for shaving and the other for exfoliating. So basically, if you have any unwanted facial hair, I know a lot of women have problems with mustaches or long sideburns. If you have any problems like this is a really great way to remove it and make sure it's removed for good, or at least for a longer time than actual shaving. Basically, you take the one head and you shave it off, but then you take the other head and you exfoliate the area and just make sure that any hair follicles that are left behind are fully gone and fully taken care of. This product is only $50. Very sleek, very cool, very helpful, and it does something that not normal beauty products do, which is why I think it's definitely worth 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend if you have this issue, because I think it is genuinely helpful and it definitely is genuinely improving people's overall skincare. Number 4, Spectra Lite Face Wear Pro. So this uses red and blue light to improve your composition, clear wrinkles, and zap away acne-causing bacteria. Now, hold on, guys, because this is $435, and I know that is a steep price for a beauty gadget, but I do think that if you have these problems and you want to take the hard measures to get rid of them and make sure they're gone, a product like this is definitely worth the investment, because it's not like it's something you use once and throw away. You can keep it for years. It's never going to go bad. It's never going to, if you take care of it, it won't break. It's definitely just a very cool product. It is also a very scary looking product. It's basically like a robot mask that you put on your face and you leave on your face for I think it's 40 minutes or something like that. But it does get rid of the acne. It does clear your wrinkles up and fine lines, and it gets rid of any bacteria left behind that acne sometimes wants to stick around and cause more problems on your face. So I think it's really important that if you're wanting to get rid of those issues, that you do spend the money and you invest in yourself a little bit. The Spectra Lite Eye Care Pro LED device. So this uses 72 LED lights for 3 minutes, and you just place it over top of your eyes. It's like another robot mask, but just for your eyes, and it's going to just use those 72 LED lights to really take care of your eyes, get rid of those under eye circles, get rid of those crow's feet, and it basically does everything the Spectra Lite Face Wear Pro does, but only for your eyes. It really concentrates the area there. So if you're like, I definitely do have an issue with my eyes, but I don't have an issue with my entire face, I don't want to spend the $435 on the Spectra Lite Face Wear. What am I going to do? The Spectra Lite Eye Care Pro is a little bit more affordable. It's $159, and it only takes care of your eyes. So it's definitely a great compromise and a great meet in the middle of those two products. The Trinity Facial Trainer Kit. This is 2 rolling balls that vibrates for 5 minutes, and you're supposed to use it every day, and it is said to improve facial contour and skin tone and lessen the appearance of wrinkles. So again, this is a very expensive item. It is $227. So on the pricier side, but it apparently works really, really well. So I'm going to rate this one. Of all the videos I saw of people who do use it 5 minutes every day, it did seem to work for them. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. Maybe I'll buy this and try it on myself, because if you do use it for 5 minutes every day, it might work. But I'd just be curious to see how it works if you only use it once a day every now and then versus being very strict on yourself, because let's face it, nobody is doing this for 5 minutes every day. Who has time for that? So I just want to see how it works on a realistic basis. The Clean Smart Facial Cleansing Device. So this, it's number 7 out of the 16. So I like it, but I don't love it. I won't lie to you guys. I never want to lie to you guys. But the Clean Smart Facial Cleansing Device has 4 different modes. 2 of them are used to cleanse and groove into your face to get rid of all that bacteria, whereas the other 2 are used just to massage in serums and creams. So that's all well and good. Very cool product. Good for you guys for coming up with this. But I don't like anything where you have to constantly change the brush heads and then you have 5 different ones to clean up and clean after. For me, that's just a lot of work, and I'm not going to be able to easily put it into my beauty routine. So it's not really helping me do anything faster. It's not really helping me do anything quicker. It's just creating more work for me. So when it comes to that, I'm definitely just not game for anything, because technology is supposed to make our lives easier. So I give it 4 out of 5 stars because it did make the top 16 list. It's just not my favorite product. And it is $99 for anyone that is interested. Okay, number 8, so we're at the halfway point here, guys, because we're doing a top 16 list of all the best beauty products that are on the market right now in the technology world. So number 8 is the Beauty Microcurrent Facial Device. So this is a product that stimulates collagen production, making for a tighter, firmer complexion. It works by increasing the ATP levels, stored energy to repair damaged cells. So I put this as number 8 because I felt like it was a perfect summary of all the products we've already talked about, and it's going to also reflect some of the products we're going to talk about in the rest of the list, because it really is just using a piece of technology to do something that other beauty products can't, which is using things like ATP levels being increased. It stimulates your collagen, and it's just a very interesting piece of technology, and it's sort of showing the limits and the abilities that technology has when it comes to our beauty gadgets. So this one does apparently work very well at repairing your damaged skin cells, and it's $500, but honestly, if it really does do that, it is absolutely worth it. So 5 out of 5 stars for the Beauty Microcurrent Facial Device. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and take a short break from the podcast, but when we come back, I'm going to give you the other 8 of the top 16 beauty products that are on the market right now in the technology world. So stay tuned for that, because you are listening to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jakebush, and I'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jakebush, and thank you so much for joining me on today's episode as we count down the top 16 best beauty gadgets that are on the market right now. And just for anyone that's curious, we are counting these down based on how relevant they are to tech, if they actually help you do your makeup or take care of your skin easier, or if they're just sort of more of a gimmick, but they might actually help you in the long run. So number 9 is the Neutrogena. So this is not something you actually use on your face, which is why I was really shocked that I put it on the list. But then I thought, no, this is about technology and how technology can help us get to those sore points that, we couldn't do without technology. And this is a really great example of that because it's just a little camera that you'd put over top of your phone camera to scan your skin, and it's going to measure your pores, fine line, and moisturizer, and it's going to tell you what products to use if you have dry skin, if you have fine lines, if you have really big pores, if you have really little pores, although who's complaining about that? But it's basically going to just scan your face for you in the same way a dermatologist would, and then it is going to recommend products and where you can buy those products. So to get the Neutrogena face scanner, it is $60, but I do think it is very interesting and a great way to use technology, so I give it 5 out of 5 stars. Number 10, the Serra Champman Pro Hydro Mist Steamer. So for those of you that use face masks, and I've already given you a few products that help improve the overall ability of a face mask, this is a very similar idea, but it's without the face mask itself. You allow the steam to go over your face to deeply clean your skin, purify pores, and remove all traces of makeup, excess oil, or impurities for a brighter, dewier look. So it's basically just a little mist steamer that I'm sure you could buy at some place that doesn't sell it as a beauty product. But if you do want to buy this individual one, it is $131, but it's going to get all the dirt that's built up inside of your face throughout the day, and it's going to clean it out, and it's going to leave you looking fresh and clean, and you're going to feel really great. I've used one of these, and I think it definitely does do the job. So highly recommended product, and I definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars. Number 11, the ZIIP Beauty Nano Current Skincare Device. This is a little ray gun that I've seen a lot of people use. A ray gun is the wrong word, but that's the best way I can use to describe it. It sends nano currents through the skin to kickstart your skin cells and boost their efficiency. So for anybody who's looking for a little boost, the ZIPP Beauty Nano Current Skincare might be the right move for you. It is $486, but all the reviews I read on it, all of the product videos I saw on it, it does work really, really well. So I highly recommend it, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars. The Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare Spectra Lite Face Wear Pro LED. This works by using red lights to stimulate collagen production to improve elasticity and tone, and a blue light to reduce inflammation and destroy spot-causing bacteria in 3 minutes. So this gets 5 out of 5 stars because it's hitting all of my criteria. It is saving you time. It is improving your skin. It is doing what technology does of actually improving something that wasn't there before. We didn't have a way to do this before this was invented. So very cool, very sleek, very innovative design. It is $474, but I personally am considering buying one of these because it works, apparently. All the things I've seen of it, all the videos, all the reviews, all the product videos, they're all showing it actually working. So I'm willing to bet that it actually does work. So I'm definitely for this product. Number 13, the Swiss Clinic Skin Roller. So this is a microneedle roller that lightly penetrates the surface of your skin to stimulate the production of collagen and elasticity. This product is $87, but it is actually recommended by none other than Gwyneth Paltrow. And if I'm taking a beauty gadget advice from anybody, it's going to be Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, she looks good for her age. She looks good, period. And I know she's into some wacky stuff, but what could be wacky about just stimulating the production of collagen in your face? I definitely think that's something that has been a lot, like a common theme throughout all of these devices. So I definitely think it's something worth paying attention to if you haven't already. So I don't know. I give this 4 out of 5. I definitely would want to see it work in person before I give it that 5th star. But Gwyneth Paltrow looks young. Gwyneth Paltrow uses it. I think that's the only review I really need. Number 14, Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare DRX Spotlight Blemish Reducer. So this, again, is like a little, I don't want to keep using the word gun, so I'll say like a little stapler almost, but it's not going to staple your skin, don't worry. But it uses this bacteria-fighting blue LED light and inflammation-reducing red light. So again, very similar to the other product I was discussing, but it targets and treats acne at all stages, even before it comes up. So you just rub this all over your face, and it's going to get in there, and it's going to attack the acne. So super important because a lot of people have acne problems, but they only show up once a month or once a week or right before your wedding. So this would be a really great way to stay on top of your acne and stay on top of making sure your face is clean, shiny, and beautiful. This product is also only $52, and it's definitely one of the like fancier things we've talked about, but that's a lower budget than we've discussed. So 5 out of 5 for this because I think that is a great price, a great way to help you, and super cool. I'm super innovative. Very into this product. Number 15, the Pro Makeup Brush Cleaner and Dryer Kit. So the reason I put this one on the list, you're going to have to forgive me because I understand all of these have been about improving your skin, whereas this one is about making sure your brushes are clean. But like that's also super important. Do not neglect how clean your brushes should be. My older sister, who does not listen to this podcast, so I can tell this story, is very keen on making sure her brushes are always clean, like her makeup brushes. But when we used to share a bathroom, it would drive me nuts how she would wash them and then duct tape them to our wall so that they could drip dry because you can't like just use a towel to dry them or a hair dryer. They're going to go all crazy and weird. The Pro Makeup Brush Cleaner and Dryer Kit is a battery-operated spin brush cleaner that washes it, spins it out, and dries it out for you. So if you're sharing a bathroom with somebody, maybe try this over duct taping your brushes to a wall. That's all I'm saying. Maybe this will be my sister's Christmas gift next year because I think it's a really great idea, and her current roommate might thank me. It's also only $35, so super cool and super affordable. Okay, number 16, the one we've all been waiting for, the top beauty gadget I will be recommending today. It is the High Smile Teeth Whitening Kit. This is an LED light and whitening gel that work together to get rid of any stains and dullness on your teeth. And I think this is super important because beauty starts with a healthy smile, and it's a great way to really show off our best asset, which is our smile. It's only $60. I've seen it work. I've used it in the past, so I definitely give this 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, everyone, that is our list of the top 16 best beauty gadgets you can buy on the market right now. Do you own any of these products? Are you now thinking about buying any of them? Let me know in the review down below or reach out through social media. Thank you for listening to the GSMC Technology Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jakewish, and I'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Technology Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.